I really want to do a modern tournament.
What if we made it a charity event?
Ooh.
So that's a great idea. Should we just like call the battlechads and see if they can do anything?
Hello everybody and welcome to this special promotional episode of Battlechads. I'm Josh and I'm not with my co-host this week. I've replaced them with two much prettier looking co-hosts in Heather and Emma. How you doing, guys?
Emma.
Yeah, I'm doing great. We got caught in
How are
the
you?
rain earlier because it was really wet in Preston, but it was good.
It's actually
Yeah, it
been
was.
raining in the north of
Bad.
England as well, which is actually quite nice because I'm actually getting a little bit fed up with the heat, if I'm being honest.
Same.
I bet with your job in the heat, it's rough as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of kit to wear and stuff, and it can get really sweaty. Really sweaty. So, why are we doing this promotional podcast? Well, it was originally started with an idea we had on Battlechads, which was to create a modern tournament. You know, you might have heard some previous episodes where we really miffed with the RCQ system and how you can turn up to play, to pay in for a day of Magic, 0-2 drop, and have zero incentive to continue playing, where you could go do something else. And that wasn't okay with us. We didn't like it, and we were thinking we really want to do something, particularly in the north of England. And what better store to do something in the north of England than Harlequins? So we immediately reached out to Heather, who will give us an introduction in a minute, and Emma will as well. But we reached out to Heather, and Heather was like, yes, let's do it. But you also made an amazing suggestion. What was that
Yes,
suggestion?
I suggested that we made it a charity event, partly because in December, as Harlequins, we like to do a lot of charity pushes anyway.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I thought I'd float the idea, and you guys were all about it.
Yes. And, you know, I thought, oh, this is great. Already our little ideas growing arms and legs, and it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, and I'm going to be honest, you know, the whole point of this charity, this tournament was to be a promotional thing for Battlechads, but the fact we can do something good alongside that is, like, incredible. And it was such a good shout for you, Heather. And then you also suggested, well, why don't we live stream it? And that was like, oh my god, this is growing more arms and legs, and I'm all over this. And we can get casters, and then you suggested the lovely Emma, who we have here, to do
Hello.
a casting for us on the live stream. And you said, Emma,
I'm in.
you're in.
Harlequins is like 30 minutes from my house, so I'm definitely in.
So tell us a little bit. Well, I'm gonna ask you to tell us a little bit about yourselves, introduce yourselves, and I'll go with you first, Heather, because we sort of initiated that you used to do with Harlequins. But tell us about yourself. Tell us about your Magic background. Tell us about what you do for Harlequins, in Harlequins, all that good stuff. And yeah.
Okay, so I do all of the Magic related everything. So from singles, sealed, general day-to-day events, big events, all of that. I do everything Magic related for Harlequins. I have done for about 8 years now, I want to say. I'm also starting to do the same thing, but for the Gamers Lodge in Liverpool, as we've merged recently. So if you want to learn more about that, go see any of our socials or ask me questions personally or on our Facebook or whatever, and we're happy to answer any of those questions. But what I do is in doing like all of the Magic stuff, I organise all the RCQs, and I do share the same sentiment that they can be a little bit rough sometimes.
It's not the store's fault, I'll add onto that. It's not the store's fault.
No, we try our best to make them as value heavy as we can. We actually operate at either break even or loss most of the time, because we kind of more value the players being in the store and having fun and generating revenue other ways on the day, rather than through the event entry itself. And I do think that reflects in the numbers that turn out to us. So I'd like to think that we are one of the premier stores within at least the Northwest, if not the North, for RCQs.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I also run a bunch of other events. So actually in a couple of weeks, we're running a Team Trios event.
Yes, I should be there.
Yes,
I think I'm there.
You better be.
I think so.
So we're running a modern Team Trios for that, unified, of course. And we tend to do large tournaments outside of the RCQ systems whenever we can, whenever we have the space and the time, because I think that people enjoy competitive Magic, but don't necessarily enjoy the RCQ system as it is currently.
Correct.
And obviously we can rant about that for a while, but yeah, I do all the events, I do all the singles primarily. And what else would you like to know about my Magic background? As is, how in depth do you want me to go?
Do you know? Before we move on to Emma, I will say that you were known as the spirits queen of the modern world.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that still the case, or have you moved on from?
So, unfortunately, Spirits has not been viable in Modern for a while. However, it is very viable in Pioneer.
Oh,
so my fully foiled Spirits deck still lives on. It's just a Pioneer deck now.
That's okay. What is dead can never be killed, as they say.
Oh yeah. I mean, my deck list was always called Dead Humans. It was never called Spirits. Just saying.
Love that.
Cool. So
good.
We've always gone from like a northern local hero to someone who's more spread out in the Magic community, because Emma, you've got your fingers in many pies, as you want to say. So you're part of the.
In fact,
you tell me about your Magic background, what you're currently doing, and just a bit about yourself.
Cool. So I'm Emma Partlow. I am the Magic content editor for TCG Player. I've been in the job for about 4 years now. Been writing about Magic for 6. Been playing the game for about 11. Khans of Tarkir was my first set, which is a banger, by the way.
Yeah.
All time
first set too.
Set. Yeah, so good. I've been playing Magic for as long as Sea Rhino. It's a good relationship to have. I'm also on the Pauper Format panel, which is a community-ran panel that manages the Pauper format, which is becoming quite a big deal right now. We recently were at Paupergeddon, which had close to 1,100 players just playing Pauper. No RC invites, no Pro Tour invites. People were just coming out to play Pauper, and it was incredible. I'm also the co-host of the Herald Horn podcast, which is on a hiatus currently, but is starting back up on September 11th. And yeah, I think Magic's great. I think like smaller formats are really cool. So stuff like Canadian Highlander, stuff like Pauper, stuff like Cube. I'm a big Cube person. I have a Peasant Cube, as does Heather. And I've also had some time in Modern for the longest time. I played a lot of Tron. I still have all my Antiquities Urza's lands, and then I'm hearing Tron is really good in Modern right now, so I might have to dig them out and start playing again.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's good to get Modern in whenever you can. I do think the format is absolutely incredible right now, but
it's in a good spot.
I feel like a sproggier compared to used to, because I think I remember the first time I went into a Magic store or a store to play Magic or to try Magic. It was the day before Eldritch Moon came out, and Eldritch Moon back then they had midnight pre-releases, and I was like, oh,
yes.
This sounds amazing.
But, I miss them so bad. Well, I don't miss the lack of sleep, but I do miss the thrill of a midnight pre-release.
Sleep when you're dead, it's fine. Sleep when you're dead and you become one of your spirit tokens. So what a great sort of foundation to start a tournament we had. So then it grew more arms and legs. All right, what can we do? What support can we get? Obviously, we've got Chad Magic behind us, so we were sponsored by UltraPRO. Shout out UltraPRO for supporting us. So we've got things we can give away from UltraPRO. Harlequins has got an amazing store, so much stock. All the prize support. I will add nothing from this tournament is going to be in terms of in profit. It's all to the charity. Anything that we make over essentially what it is to run the tournament, it's going to go into either prize support or donations for the charity itself. We've got the social media side from Chad Magic. We've got the skills that Emma can bring in terms of the casting. We're also shout out to Christian Mustafa, who's going to actually be your co-host for the day. So it's going to be everything. We've got the live stream covered. We've got the community engagement covered, and all we need to do now is talk about the charity. Well, we're not just the charity. We're going to talk about the prizes and all that stuff in a minute, but we're going to talk about the charity. We had a bit of debate on the charity, didn't we, Heather? We weren't sure what to go for. The top runner was going to be sort of a mental health charity, am I right? That's what we were looking at first.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at first. We went through a couple, and we mentioned quite a lot, to be fair, because we had a lot to kind of filter through. We wanted to make sure that the charity was going to be at least vaguely relevant to people's concerns
Yes.
at the moment.
Yes.
Something that Magic players know about, and care about and stuff like that. So we went through a couple of trans charities at first, and we also went through some mental health charities at first. But would you like to say what we settled on?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get obviously wizard support. I know Emma, before we spoke about this, you're going to get into touch with yours truly to get some more stuff, hopefully. After this podcast has been put out, so you're gonna work your magic in the background. But we settled for I got on the creator Discord and I asked what charities are supported by wizards. Obviously Hasbro is essentially a games kids sort of thing, so they've got a lot of kids charities that they support. And there's one that jumped out at us was War Child. Now, War Child is a charity that directly supports kids that have been affected by sort of conflicts. Now, we wanted the charity to be sort of relevant to Magic players, hence the mental health stuff, the trans stuff, a lot of representation within the community of Magic. But I think that topically, War Child is right up there, because you've got Gaza happening right now, you've got Ukraine, you've got wars that we're not aware of, like in the Middle East, Africa, all those sort of places, and it's usually the kids that get suffered. I mean, I'm a dad, I experienced in the military as well, so it's something that resonated with me personally, and I think it was something that we could really get on board with, and it's a UK based charity, so it's great. It ticks a lot of boxes. And I presented it to you, and you loved it, which I wouldn't have thought you wouldn't have done, to be fair. But yeah, I even told you about it, didn't I, Emma? I said this is the charity we're going to support, Wizards, and I think you were like well on board with it straight away.
Yeah, War Child are great. War Child have recently worked with Meabite, who's a Magic the Gathering creator in the space, and she raised a lot of money through working with War Child, having this big Final Fantasy stream-a-thon where she streamed Commander games for like a week straight, 3 times a day, and made a lot of money and gave away cool Final Fantasy prizes. So yeah, they're a really sound charity to work with.
We had a meeting with I forget the name off the top of my head, but the person we dealt with, I think it was the same person you spoke to. And what was the name again? Sorry.
It was Meabite.
Yeah, it might be the same person. But anyway, we had a chat with them on a Skype call with them. And super enthusiastic, like bubble energy. I could feel the energy coming through, and I'm like one of them. Like I feel energy. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting pumped as well. So they were saying that we've not really. I think this event's going to be quite unique in the fact that it's going to be a competitive modern tournament, because usually it's like content creators doing sort of drafts, casual stuff, commander games, that sort of thing. But this is going to be competitive to the core. Like this is because there's so many prizes at stake, and we'll talk about the prizes in a minute, because there's so many prizes at stake, I think we discussed, didn't we, Heather? And it's like the only way to keep it really fair and really like above board is if we just made it competitive.
Yeah, so we floated the idea of competitive casual for a minute, and we weren't sure exactly what that would entail. So we kind of just settled on just straight up competitive. So there will be judges at the event. We will be running it at Comprel rules. However, we did still want to encourage people to keep playing throughout the entire day, which I'm sure we'll get to in a minute with the pricing structure. And we also wanted to make sure that people weren't too sharky and we're still trying to have a little bit of fun. And I think the content creation part of that as well is going to play into it.
Yes. So it was the right choice. We did have a debate on whether it would be open or closed deck lists, and Emma, I think you'll agree on this. I think we decided it's going to be open deck list tournament. A bit of a people have different opinions on it. I mean, I'm not one for open deck tournaments. I think it defeats the whole point of Magic. But I think generally the amount of good that can come out of it, particularly in your space, Emma, I think it's quite good, right?
Yeah, so when it comes to coverage and commentary, knowing what people are playing is really important, because me and my co-commentator is able to give you the most accurate information and analysis that we can. Also bearing in mind, a lot of people are going to be overhearing us talking probably at points. So the fact that if, say, for example, we had the deck lists of the 2 feature match players, but it was closed deck list event, and people started overhearing and tuning into coverage, they're going to know what they're playing. That's like free information. And people have been in that situation, and it feels bad for them because it's like, oh, gee, everyone knows my deck, but I don't know who I'm playing against. So it feels unfair. By making that open deck list, it just makes the field so much fairer. Makes it easier. Also, we'll be doing stuff like deck tech, so we get to talk to the guys about what they're playing as well. So it just removes that cloud of just like being a bit keep the information close to your chest kind of thing. It just makes it a lot more relaxed.
Yeah,
I think that having the open deck lists as well, it means that there's still that opportunity to feel excited about being a feature match or being a deck tech, rather than worried because you're giving away that information.
Yeah, I mean, it only really counts for like game 1, right? As soon as game 2 hits, it's like, well, we're on the same level field anyway, so we may as well start at the get-go. And hopefully most games of Magic will last 3 rounds because you want as much Magic as you can for your money. So yeah, I think overall it's a net positive. We decided that, and we're going to keep it as that. So we'll run the event on Melee, I think, just for the admin side. Cool. Prize support then.
Yes,
That's
my specialty.
You've dug out for us. I mean, there's a lot. We've got a lot. We're going to talk about people who we're going to shout out other sort of people who've contributed to the prize support. But Harlequins, shout out to them. I've done a lot for this prize support.
So we've pulled out as much as we possibly can. We've got a couple of different tiers of prize support that people can look into more detail once the event goes live. But just to give people a rough idea, and to get people excited about it, we're ourselves taking on the cost of pack per win. So we're going to be making sure that everybody, no matter how many wins you have throughout the day, no matter if you make that top 8 or that chocolate top 8 that we'll talk about in a second, you'll get prizes throughout the day. We wanted to encourage people to keep playing their matches, even if they weren't in contention for either of the top cuts, right? So every time you win, you will get a pack. Set to be determined. It depends on stock. We're hoping that it'll be either Avatar or Spider-Man on option, but obviously allocations for those sets aren't out just yet. So it might be Edge of Eternities, but we're going to make sure that they're good packs. We're not going to stiff anybody with Aether Drift. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Unless you want Aether Drift, you can have Aether Drift.
Get that stock up.
Get that stock up.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we wanted to make sure that everybody had something every time they won something. You might be asking, what about draws? Unfortunately, we're not going to give people a pack for draws, but there will be other opportunities throughout the day for other cool prizes. So I'm going to be giving away spot prizes throughout the day. I'm going to keep secret what those spot prizes are going to be for, because I don't want people gaming the system beforehand. So I'll announce those on the day, don't worry. We're also going to be doing very, very heavy top 8 and chocolate top 8 prizing to really encourage that competitive aspect. So as we mentioned earlier, this event is not going to be for any kind of profit whatsoever. If anything, I'm aiming to make a loss on the day, I'm not going to lie. So everything that people pay for in tournament entry, the £35 tournament entry, if we haven't mentioned the price already, will be split between the charity donations and the prize pool. We're putting a minimum of £15 of that £35 into the charity pot. More if we can do more. Kind of thing. Just depends on entries on the day. So the more players we get, the more that goes into that prize pool, and that prize pool is going to be hella heavy. I'm talking like multiple boxes for you winners. We're going to make sure that everybody in the top 8 comes away with way more than their entry fee in product. We've decided for this event to make sure that it's mostly product and store credit, so we'll be having some like cool cards up for grabs and stuff in the cabinets all day as well. We didn't want to give away cash for the event because it felt a little bit defeating the point to have a charity event where cash is the prize.
Feels dirty, doesn't it?
It does feel dirty, I can't lie. So we wanted to make sure that it was product only. So I just wanted to make sure that that was coming across, because I know that a lot of our usual events are cash.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's going to be mostly credit and product.
Yeah. Cool. So we really want this to be like, when we spoke about this, we were like, we want this to be an experience, didn't we? We want this people are paying £35 in to have a day of Magic, and we want to appease people who can show up with a jank deck and maybe spike a few wins, but still get something out of it, still be rewarded for that. But also you're really sweaty, I want to win this thing, sort of grinders and appease to them as well. So we really want to max out attendance. We really want to max out, and we really want to give. We have like a secret. Is that a secret goal of what we want to raise? Nah, it's not a secret.
Let's keep it vaguely secret. Keep it vague. Keep it vague.
We want to hit. I think we will quite comfortably hit 4 digits to the charity, but
definitely,
I would like one of those digits to start with a 2.
Yes,
that's the goal.
That is a goal. I don't want to promise anything publicly, because you never know on the day how many people will turn out for the event. So
yes. So we've got the coverage through Emma, and it'll give people that spotlight opportunity to do some deck lists. I know, Emma, you'll probably grab people and be like, do us in between rounds, come and do a deck tech for us.
I'm gonna nab like the tier 2 deck. So bring your Merfolk and your Soul Sisters and your 8 racks. I'm interested.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. That'd be probably Rory. He'll probably be on that. He's been 5-0 with some absolute piles recently.
Also, Mill. Yep. I will take crabs as well. I'll take the new Mill. I love a bit of crabs.
There's a cream
if I have it built by then, I'm gonna make my wife play Cheerios.
Oh, I've not seen that in ages.
You can do that now.
Yeah,
you can play it with Mox Opal back.
I mean, modern's so wide open. You can play pretty much. You can play a lot of things in modern right now.
And honestly, I just want to see us struggle with the storm count.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, just for a shout, other people, other things, etc. The chocolate top 8 is going to be pretty stacked too, so there's an incentive to keep playing. So even if you're like 0-2, I'm not going to make top 8. There's still a battle to be fought. There's still a thing to be. There's still there's still fight in you to get something more, and keep because everyone has a bad day at Magic.
Definitely. We wanted to make sure that the chocolate top 8 as well, everybody at least gets their entry fee back in prizes for that. So it's definitely worth sticking around to make sure you at least try and get into that top 16 spot,
Yeah. Another thing I'm going to be doing as well, that on entry, if you show, so whoever's running the desk at the time, if you show that you're following battlechads on Twitter and YouTube, or Twitter and or YouTube, you will get something on entry as well. It won't be a pack, but it'll be something fancy. I'll keep that a secret, but make sure you follow us, because it is a promotional event at the end of the day. I'm not gonna. There's no secret to it. This is the reason. The original reason we're doing this is a promotional event to promote ourselves, to promote Chad Magic, promote Battle Chads. That's not a shameful secret. I'm not hiding the guise of this is a charity. The charity event came from Heather's absolute A-bomb of an idea. Like, let's go.
Hey, for us personally, as like a small business that's turning into a much larger business at the moment, December has always been for us about running charity events. We run, just to plug a couple of things, we always run multiple charity events for different games. So like, for example, we'll be running a really big food bank drive for Yu-Gi-Oh! We do that every year. We'll be running another charity event that's a bit smaller and a bit more casual, probably just like a Commander event for Magic as well, to raise money for the food banks as well. We really focus on the food banks usually, but for this event we wanted to go for like a bigger charity as well.
Cool. So I'll just go over the last bit of things we're missing off before we talk about who's promoting us and any sort of finishing things you used to want to say. But yeah, it's a competitive tournament, 64 player cap, and that will stay 64 player. We were teetering, because you are moving buildings. We were teetering the idea that we're going to remove that cap, but it is 64 players, and it probably will stay like that. So first come, first serve on that, because it is a charity event. And if you pay in and you decide last minute you can't go, the refund policy we need to discuss on that. But I'll probably give a few times, but there will be a hard cap, and it's an event that you probably, as a Magic player, especially in the north of England, you definitely want to attend. Open deck lists. This is just me summarising, by the way. At least £15 for every entry goes to the charity, so you can probably work that out. 64 times 15, whatever that is going to be hopefully the minimum the charity gets. The raffle is going to be a big drive as well, so you'll get a raffle entry as part of your ticket, but then you'll have strips of 5 for a $5. That's what we'll be selling them as. The raffle is going to be insane. It's so good.
Yep.
Prac per win. The longer you're there, the better it's for you. 2 top 8s. Raffles to be announced after the Swiss to keep people in and keep people playing. And live streams. And I think that's it beyond shout-outs, additional shout-outs. Anything to add to that, use too?
I think just reiterating that we will be giving away some stuff on entry as well. So
it's cool.
I don't know if you want to say exactly what we've got planned as like a personal promotional thing that we're working on, but we do have something cool. You want me to announce it? Okay.
If you
so
want
we're
to
gonna have custom tokens for the event.
Yeah, buddy.
we won't give any more information on that or what the tokens are or anything like that. We won't spoil that just yet. You'll have to turn up to the event to see what those are. But in that same little gift bundle thing that we're going to do the tokens in, I'm going to add some promo cards, some cool foils, stuff like that, just to make sure that everybody has a fantastic time, even just for entering.
Yeah, it's like Santa Claus has come early.
Oh yeah. If my bosses give me an inch when it comes to giving away stuff, I take a mile.
Yeah, too right. Are you sure you're not a bootneck as well? So give an inch, take a mile. It's better to ask forgiveness than permission. I'll go off as well.
Exactly.
So shout out to the following who's going to be supporting the event. Oh, we didn't mention. I'll mention one of the things. I'll mention that in a second. So we've got UltraPRO, Magic Online. We're going to be giving away Magic Online stuff, mainly to people who tuned in to watch because we can't really give out physical prizes to them. Chad Magic have got a lot of things to get out for. Yours truly, Emma. Stand fast on what Emma's going to be bringing to the party.
No pressure.
electricelvesdesigns, who is the artist who does the tokens for Axion, and also Axion Now, the UK's premier tournament series. You know, you can shout out to them. They provide direct pathways to the Pro Tour. Axion Now have said they're going to donate some credit to however we want to distribute it. So it'll be, I'm thinking maybe to the winner of one of the top 8s. They're going to give credit to a tournament entry for Axion, and Axion tournaments are insane competitive. Mega Moderns big. So and they can be expensive. So to get best part of an entry to a Mega Modern as part of a prizes for free is insane. So thank you Axion Now for that. Francois and Liz, amazing, and Alex as well. Thank you for that. So yeah, that's just where we're at the moment. We still got another 3.5 months before the actual tournament. So
I don't think we talked about the date.
Oh, very good.
We just confirmed the date. I think it's like mid-December, right?
13th of December.
13th of December, 10 a.m. registration, 11 o'clock in the morning. That is for everyone else. 11 o'clock in the morning, round 1. And it will be back-to-back rounds. There'll be no sort of breaks in between. So, bring your burn decks, I guess. Or Infect. Get on camera, bring Infect. Emma will be like, yes.
I'm not Will Hall. I'm not going to put Infect on. Sorry, Will.
Well.
And because it's starting so early and I'm running this at cost or at a loss, if anybody wants to bring me a coffee in the morning.
Shout out.
I take a large Costa latte with oat milk. I'm just saying.
What do you take, Emma, actually, for those?
I just normally have a hazelnut latte.
There you go. Oh, hazelnut heart is a shout. That
or whatever the winter version is, because we're in December. They always have the winter ones. There's a nice Black Forest hot chocolate they do at one point. That was pretty good.
Cool. So the Chad Magic lads, so the Battle Chad lads, so me, Dan, and Sam, we're going to compete in that tournament because there's Like, beyond this is like, well, what do you want us to do? So we're going to be competing. Hopefully we'll have some stuff to give away to our opponents, etc. So yeah, we'll be competing this, and we're paying in. So this is not like we're getting a free. We're us three of us are also going to pay in, and we're going to support this tournament. I'm super excited.
So am I.
I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
And I'm going to try and get a comm somewhere so we can have a few beers afterwards as well. So a bit of a social with the content creators afterwards, maybe. I don't know. But yeah,
I might need a nap after running a 64
Yeah,
player charity tournament. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Get a vodka Red Bull in you might be all right.
Oh, true.
Especially after all those free coffees you're gonna get. In the morning.
I was gonna say I'm more excited about the caffeine.
You're gonna get.
I'm just gonna vibrate in the commentary booth just with all the coffee.
Magic is amazing.
Need more milk.
No one needs more milk. Milk though, milky coffee though.
Sure.
Cool.
I can only have oat milk.
Oh, I mean, oat milk's good in coffee.
It's very good.
Oat milk's good in coffee.
Fortunately,
cool.
I'm lactose free nowadays.
Oh, one last thing. How do we book a place in the tournament?
So when we set the event live, which will be at the same time as this podcast is dropping, so you can go and find this now if you're listening to this.
Let's go.
On Harlequins website, if you just type into Google Harlequins Games Preston, it'll come up. If you type in just Harlequins Games, you're gonna get the rugby team. I'm just saying. But if you type in Preston, it will come up, and we'll have event tickets on that website there.
Amazing. Anything else?
Or you can direct book us through Facebook and stuff. We'll do that for people as well.
Cool. We'll keep comms updates on how many spaces are left, etc. We want this to be a success. We want this to cap. We really want every seat filled with a bottom. We want so many cards being turned sideways. We want everything. We want the world for this, don't we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'm really
It's
excited.
my favourite format. It's for a good cause. It's going to be a banger.
It's my third favourite format, just because I have to say Pauper. And
then Cube.
Great. And Cube. I will probably bring some Pauper decks, so once the event's done, we can just jam some Pauper somewhere as well.
I love Pauper.
We can also Cube. Mine or yours, Heather. Like, we have similar cubes.
We do.
I haven't updated mine yet though.
If you're at if you're at Spotlight Series Liverpool the Friday night, George Mostyn out of the Team Chad Magic, he's got his full foil Pauper cube that he wants to give a send off because
I'll be there.
I think he's selling it. So
what?
I don't know, but I don't know. So exciting times. Anything to add before we wrap this up?
No, I just can't wait. It's going to be really fun to promote a UK Magic event. I don't get to do that often, so it's a really nice treat to hype events from the country I'm from, especially the area I live in as well, which is also great.
Yeah, me and Emma talk a lot.
We talk a lot about Magic. That's great.
I mean, living only 30 minutes down the road, you wouldn't expect anything less. But I will say though that there's no qualifications had from this. This is completely for prizes and for the charity and for the feel goods and the good time and getting the real. I almost feel like tournament events in the UK, especially in paper, have just been swallowed up by the RC Cube grind. I mean, I had a not horrific experience last season, but you know, Heather will know that I've made top 8s and then get absolutely blown out in the finals and stuff. Like every time, it's like, no, it's so close.
You have been the bridesmaid this season.
I have been the bridesmaid. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. This will be good. Any last words? Any shout outs you want to give? Your socials, all that sort of stuff you want to shout out right now?
Oh, so many.
So I think the best one for me is just Blue Sky, which is emmapartlow.com. I will be really annoying and posting about this event from about November onwards, so you're warned. So you've been warned in the nicest way possible. You've been warned.
Absolutely. Obviously, I have a lot of socials to go through because of my position. So if you want to follow me personally, it's just Bantenchantress on Twitter. I don't really do other social medias, I'm afraid. But for my work, we have Harlequins, which you can find us on basically every platform, just as Harlequins Preston. And we also have the Gamers Lodge, which is just at the Gamers Lodge.
Cool. Amazing. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for supporting this. And thank you for this. I mean, we're 35 minutes in now, so it's as wants to ask any of us, we're open. Would you agree? Would you? Anyone?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you might cut out a little bit at the end there, Josh.
It's probably me just stumbling because I can't talk properly sometimes.
Fine. That's fine. Just wanted to make sure.
It's okay. But yeah, any questions on anything, direct to battlechads or to the two lovely ladies we have here, or anyone else that's sporting the Chad Magic logo. I'm sure they'll find you a way to answer your questions. But all the information will be on the Harlequins website. For any sort of questions. There is accommodation in the area for those who wish to travel for it. There's some pretty good hotels. We can give the directions to them. It's really easy to get to off. I forget what junction it is off the M6, but it's on the M6. It's off the M6. It's about 8 minutes off the M6. And there's some
like
amazing
a 10-minute walk from the railway station.
10-minute walk
well.
from the rail station, and there's some really good food places around Harlequins as well. Absolutely
Preston's
amazing.
Pretty cracked for food.
Yeah, so
like
good.
I've lived in Preston for the last 2.5 years, and the nicest surprise has been the food around here. It's really, really good food scene.
Yeah.
Anything you can think of is within a 5-minute walk of the shop.
Yeah.
Amazing. So thank you, is all I can say. And thanks for helping me make our little brain twinkle in our eye come to fruition. It's been good. I've enjoyed the process. We've got a lot of work done pretty quick, to be fair, and there's still more to be done. Yep, unofficially, and there's still more to be done. Things to iron out, and hopefully all round feel good for everyone involved.
Definitely.
Excellent. Thank you, Sand.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in this video. Are you going to attend? Are you excited for this? Give us a follow. It's much appreciated. Last shout out to UltraPRO, who's our sponsors. They've been very good to us, and the product is amazing. Thanks, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Battle Chats.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.